Hey friends, hope you all are doing well. I wish I could get my ears to pop. Oh, don't you hate that? Goodness. I just woke up a few minutes ago. It's like, 3 in the afternoon. I needed the rest bad. I haven't had much rest since I got sick. You know how it is, like just running on fumes, finally being like, okay, forget it. I just need to sleep. Oh, this picture is really bad with that light glaring behind me. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The trailer's hot. For some reason, the coffee's cold, even though I just microwaved it. Hey, Kristen. Hi. Hey, Jason. Cicely. Hey, Cicely. Busy. Barbie. Kay. Michigan Tim. Sarah. Mike. Chris. Dawn. Cicely says, feeling better. Not much, honestly. I have not been getting as much rest as I should. Normally, when I'm sick, I just stay in bed. I've been up and running and stuff and all trying to stay busy and everything, which is good for me to keep like my brain occupied and stuff. Today I just kind of like rolled over and went back to bed though, and that was nice. I feel bad because I missed a couple of obligations and all, but my friends understand, yeah. Hey, Crazy Cat. Hello, Matt. I hope you're feeling better. Thank you. Yeah, I feel a little bit better. Really, it's just it's in my head and I just feel exhausted, kind of. I'm planning this next couple days to get out to the mountain. That'll be good. I kind of need that. Get us an adventure video going. It'll definitely help with the channel, help with the revenue and everything, and it'd be good for me to be able to just get out. I need that a lot of times. Hey, Daisy. Daisy says, hello, Matt and everyone. Hello, Daisy. Boltridy. H. Boltridy. I'm sorry, I lost you, my friend. Bless you. Okay, thank you, friend. I appreciate you. Daisy May. Hello, Matt and everyone. Luna and Tommy, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, guys. Cicely, smash that like button. Thanks for reminding everybody, Cicely. You rock. Daryl, thank you, Daryl. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Daryl Hinkle, hey, put in $26 to the channel, guys. Thank you, my friend. That it helps so much. I can't tell you how much it helps, especially right now, because these next few videos I'm doing them in my artistic way, right? And so like I'm using a lot of music and stuff, which is going to make it so that the revenue, I don't make the revenue off of the video, and because the revenue will go to pay for the music rights and licensing and all. So it helps so much. Thank you. Daryl says, Matt, thanks for being live and hanging in there, man. Thank you, Daryl. Hanging in there is all we can do sometimes. I try and focus on that a lot, Daryl. Especially when things change. It's not that things are bad, it's just that they change, right? And life is always changing and everything. We're always getting older and things are adapting. And I was on my video a minute ago, I was just talking about that, kind of about how, like, life comes with ups and downs like that. And it's okay to feel the downs, because if we didn't, then that wouldn't be a full expression of life, I don't think, as long as we don't let the downs destroy us, I think that it's okay. And it's a good way to grow, actually. Last night, as I was going to sleep, I was doing this thing where I was thinking about, like, it's great to be successful and to have successes in life. However, I don't feel that much actual life knowledge or learning comes from success, and that, like, I should be happy over failure, because failure actually comes with something to learn from it, right? And different kinds of failure. So, like, if I'm trying to accomplish something and I fail in a certain way, then I've learned something from it. When trying to accomplish still the same thing and failing again in a different way is also good, because that gives me a different way to learn from that failure. So success, there isn't much to learn from success other than maybe the the fortitude, the strength and stuff, you know, the things, the reasons why the success has happened, but there's not much else to learn from it, you know. So I'm always happy for failure. I've gotten really close to failure here over the past few days, and I try and always be honest with y'all guys and stuff, you know. And that again is life. That's, you know, I tell y'all guys all the time, you know, like one of my favorite expressions for some of my friends who are also influencers, I remind everybody that like I'm a big Denzel Washington fan. He had like, not only do I really like his movies and his art and stuff, I love his mental attitude. I love the way this guy is so strong, right? It seems like he's always knows what to do and has a good day and is gonna win no matter what. But us, like me, I lose a lot, right? And that I think is important to show because we all lose sometimes. We all lose a lot, right? And nobody can be Denzel. I'm sorry, I'm having a rough day. I'm just sick. I'm just sick, guys. I got a birthday coming up, and you know, it's like I look back on my life and I'm like, what have I done? Right? Everything's just been a blur, kind of. And that's not the reason that I'm sad, really. It's just like it's hard to be able to make a difference. It's hard to feel like we've made differences in life, if that makes any sense. You know, so get it together. Watch, here's me pulling it together. Ha. Yeah, I think a battle cry is important. That's the reason that we have battle cries, I think. Is, you know, it's like, ha, right? And then we just go out and we face the day. We do the thing with the thing about the thing. Right, Daryl? Hoorah, bro. It'd be better if I wasn't sick and I wasn't hot. It's so much easier, you know, to just like do and feel good about stuff. I have so many things in my life to feel good about. You know, it's like yesterday I came up with, I do things in ways that other people don't do them, right? And so like my car, it's kind of cruddy on the inside, right? I mean, it's been really through the ringer and everything. And I get in and I'm like, I want to make this thing nice, but I don't have the money to be able to drop on it, right? I can't take it to a shop and like have it fixed up nice. I've got to do it myself. And I can't even really most of the time afford to do it the way that other people who do it themselves do it, right? One, I don't have the skill set. Two, I don't have the tools or the techniques, right? So I was sitting there in my car yesterday, and these are the things that make me happy. They make me excited, right? Well, one is helping other people. I've got to be outside of myself. I just waste time if it's just me. But anyway, about my car. I'm sitting there, and the dash is ugly, right? And the whole entire inside is ugly. I mean, it's beautiful to me because I can see what it's going to be, right? But it's ugly. And so I got this idea. Back in the day where I was a kid, my dad and I model cars, right? And we didn't do them a lot and everything, but we'd have a few, and because we couldn't get new ones, we'd just get new modeling paint, kind of, and we'd just repaint it and stuff. And I was sitting there looking at the dash, and I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? This plastic isn't much different than like a model car plastic, right? And I was thinking about how nice that model paint goes onto those model cars, and like it just, you can't see the brush strokes, and it's just so intricate and stuff. So I went down here to it's the store by Atkins. They used to call it Prince's. Now it's I can never think of the name. We'll just go with Prince's since the sign's still up, right? I got me some modeling paint and some brushes and everything. And I decided that I don't care if it works or not. I'm going to find out if it will work. I'm going to model paint my dash. I'm going to sit there by hand, right? And I'm going to make it nice. But that's the one thing also, right? It's life and addiction and everything. It's when something is complete crap, right? It is really easy to make it nice in comparison to being crap. And that's kind of what I decided with my dash. So there are lots of exciting, happy things that I can focus in on. It's just sometimes that I can't, right? And I focus in on the things that aren't so positive or something, if that makes sense. Getting to get on here and talk to y'all guys about it and stuff helps. I don't like to be a burden on my friends and stuff a lot of times, right? And I really feel like a lot of my strength comes from internal. That's why I idolize Batman. You know, he's like he's got it all locked in on his own, and it's not that far off of an idea, right? Like it's good to have others to be able to lean on, talk to, etc. It's really nice though to be able to like put it together myself kind of, right? And in doing that, I feel this really great internal strength that makes me feel like I'm a little bit in touch. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to describe. So yeah. But that's the cool thing about having y'all guys too, is I can just talk to you about stuff too. I can hear myself say it. I tell people you aren't as much of an accountability tool as you are a really great sounding board. And also a lot of it, like I was explaining to a friend earlier, for some reason, me being strong helps some other people be strong, right? And so lots of times when I don't want to do the strong thing, I can think about y'all guys. It's not that I'm doing it for you, that sometimes it's like I'm doing it because of you, if that makes any sense, you know? Yeah. I'm just looking forward to fall. It's like, can you tell I'm sweaty and sticky. Like I wanted to just do my live without my shirt. Honestly, I was just gonna do. I mean, it's like hot out, right? I'm like, I'm just gonna do this live without my shirt. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wear my shirt. You know, I've been doing a lot of upper body exercise, but you know, I hate abs, and it's like, yeah, oh man, dude, it sucks, right? Have you ever worked abs and then it's like afterwards, just like your belly's even worse? It's like, oh my god, what have I done to myself? That's why abs are like for me. So yeah, no shirtless videos today. Let's scroll on through, my friends. Mary Centers, everyone has been worried about you. Drink plenty juice. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that. It doesn't help when people worry, though. People are humans, and as humans, we're a group kind of animal, you know what I mean? And so I think it does show concern, care, compassion. It makes me feel good that people worry. I wish that worry was more of a confidence. So like when bad things happen, instead of worrying that's going to get worse, having more confidence that it'll be all right. But I understand what you mean, and I thank you for your worry and concern. In the back of my mind, so as an alcoholic or an addict, lots of times what other people think is very important to us because it's how we gauge ourselves. I think it comes from back in the day when like we lived in small groups, and like if the group thought poorly about a person and the person they thought was going to like damage the group or something, that was a good reason to like throw them out or kill and eat them, you know. And so I think that's the reason a lot of us who've had bad experiences or been negative examples in the society or something, when people worry about us, it makes us feel worse because it kind of like it makes us feel like we got a target on us or something, you know. It's like that ancestral primal thing in our brains and everything. But I appreciate it. I mean, that's also what like families and good communities do for each other too, is a healthy amount of worry. You're like, drink juice, right? You're doing what you can from where you are because you care about me. So your worry to me is more like if I had a broken leg and I was laying in the forest or something, you want to come in and pick me up and drag me out because you care about me. I hope that makes sense, you know? So it's like there are different kinds of worry and different kinds of intent. And as us who have had bad pasts need to realize that sometimes, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry, pardon me. So rude. I mean, we all have the same symptoms and bodily functions and stuff, but it is still so rude to just like be blowing my nose in front of you and stuff. Which I guess it's better though than just like everything just oozing out of my face. I'm sorry, that's so disgusting. Uh, Nick Hobbs, hey Nick, you're dealing with life on life's terms. At least you are sober, my friend. Yeah, Nick, thank you. It has been a fight, actually. Just things start bundling up and stuff. And I tell you the truth, I'm only sober by about that much, and I don't mean like I've relapsed or anything. I just mean like I've come close and everything. And the reason I'm talking to you about it is because it's a good way for like, it's an accountability, I guess, and because it's an honest program and everything. I have got really, really close over the past few days, which isn't a bad thing. It's like it's helped me realize that that's not a place that I want to be in or anything. And it's given me something to talk about too with y'all guys too, because one of my favorite sayings is like, we're only as sick as our secrets, right? So like a friend of mine today was like, are you drinking? Right. And it's like, I've come close. I could have been like, oh no, I was out with friends, blah, blah, blah. Right. But really, I try and be honest about it. And sometimes those honesties can seem like lies. Right. But it's all I've got is to just kind of like try and tell the truth. I figured out somewhere along the line, like we're only as sick as our secrets is a really great saying, I find, because all the trouble I've gotten myself in or found myself in throughout life, I was trying to keep it all a secret, right? And then everything started to bundle and build up and all of this. But as soon as I started telling the truth and trying to how weird it is, no matter how bad it sounds, no matter what it is, right? It at least makes more sense. At least when I say it, it's like, it was a weird ass story, but he sure said it like it was true. It did make sense. It was freaking weird, but it did make sense, and that's where the truth will set you free thing. I tell a lot of people that I talk to who are in abusive relationships and stuff, right? And I tell them that, well, it's it's not saying it. It's not being clear about it and stuff that makes it worse. Not only does it make the situation worse, but it makes us feel worse about ourselves. And it's a lot harder for the other individual to get away with it too, if we label it, if we talk about it, So thanks, Nick. Thanks for being there, buddy. And if I do step over the line, I'll do like I did last time. I will tell y'all guys. That's like I said, that's a large part of my thing. It's that whole don't be Denzel thing, right? I wish I could be Denzel, but I gotta be Matt, right? Oh, guys, we got more. I just saw those little tags. We got more people donated to the chat. Thank you, Alan. All right, thank you so much. Y'all guys have made the difference. Thank you so much for your continued support, Alan. You've always been there for me, mate, and I really appreciate that. You've always been here for all of us, and your example, it's a big one. I listen to the things you say. You talk some real sense. You know what I mean? And I appreciate your ongoing support, like I said, especially right now, because I'm an artist. I would rather eat beans than not be true to the art. And the art that I'm making right now, what I'm following right now, needs the music to go behind it, right? And so, yeah, a couple of these next coming videos are not going to be monetized because the money's going to go for the rights and licensing on the music. And so it helps so much. Thank you so much, Alan. Let me get you a like and a heart, buddy. Alan dropped in $15, guys. Said, ooh, hang on, I'm pushing buttons now. Said, I have so much respect for you. You're a good friend, Matt. Thanks for keeping it real, mate. Thanks, Alan. Thank you. You're the same for me. You're an inspiration. You help me keep it real because I know that no matter what happens, I'll still be accepted. You know what I mean? Yeah. Man, I wish I wasn't sick. I'm really emotional right now. And I hate doing that. It's like, but yeah, Batman, not Superman, right? Isn't that how it goes? Yeah. Thanks, Alan. You're a rock and roll star, brother. It took too long to get to that other one, and they took off the the thing. Hang on, let me try and find them. And then we've got another person dropped in some money too to the channel. I just want to make sure I get everybody thanked. That's so important to me, guys. Y'all are all so important to me. And there's actually a Superman symbol down here. Hang on, let's thank Darth Vader first. Thank you, Darth. Thank you so much. Darth put in $2 and says, for the cause. Right on. Hoorah. May the force be with you, Darth. Appreciate you, bro. Again, your continued support has made the difference. Okay, the guy with the Superman symbol. Evan Almighty Revenge says, he looks weird AF. His hair just looks odd. That's okay, Evan. I understand, my friend. That's okay. Thank you for being so honest, I guess. You know? Thank you. Yes. I hope you're doing well, Evan. Love the Superman symbol, bro. R. Brown. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta blow my nose. Let me step off screen for a minute. It's a good thing because it shows that, like, my body's trying to get the germ out, you know? That's like coughing. When it's no longer this dry cough and it goes to, like, expelling stuff, I'm going to be so much happier. Oh. Also, I apologize to my friend Donald. Donald was giving me crap in the comments the other night because I had to blow my nose off screen. And it's like, well, I guess you can't edit that out. Live, it's really difficult. And to go in just for the vanity of blowing my nose and editing out like 2 minutes out of an hour video is just like, yeah. So you'll just have to put up with my human side. I'm sorry. Let's see. Shout out to the mods. Okay, cool. Fiona, everybody's doing well. I don't like to talk about family stuff and everything here. Thank you very much for asking. Stay strong, Big Dog says you. Thank you, you. I appreciate you. Yeah, just doing the thing, right, my friend? We got somebody donate. I got to try and find that. Hang on. I want to read off other comments real quick, too. I'm so sorry. I'm so far behind on the comment page, guys. Celeb Passmore says, remember, if you haven't already, hit the like button and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, Celeb. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for reminding everybody. And also for your endorsement. That rocks. Silent 9, you need to learn how to learn. Okay, I agree with that, my friend. Yeah, I think that learning how to learn is important, and that has been a big issue for me throughout my life. I've found through trying to learn how to learn that different people learn different ways. You know, for me, it's like what I'm interested in is a lot easier to remember and to learn and everything, you know? Yeah, so thank you. And if you've got any suggestions for that, you could throw them out too. You know, let everybody know what your trick is, my friend. Hi, Michigan Tim. Hoorah, buddy. Hey. Tina says, when is your birthday? Too soon, Tina. Too soon. It's on the 7th. It's on the 7th. Yeah. Poet. Unlearn, bro. Unlearn. I don't know who to follow now. Yes, unlearning is important. I know what you're saying, because we learn throughout our lives a lot of unhealthy skills, a lot of unhealthy coping mechanisms, a lot of unhealthy beliefs and stuff. Poet, I think, is what you're getting at here. And I agree with that. Some of my most difficult life trials or transformations have been in relearning the things that I didn't know well, right? Like how to interact with other people, how how to change the ways that I feel and think, and therefore do things to have better outcomes and stuff. I used to think it was the world that was the problem. But for me, I believe that it was actually the way that I was approaching the world that was the problem, because when I learned better ways to do things, then I got better things from the world. Do you know what I mean? How many the sun, I don't know how many trips around the sun? Oh, quite a few, my friend, quite a few. Okay, Daryl, there you are, buddy. Get you a like and a heart. Daryl Hinkle, thank you. Daryl threw in, I can't believe that, threw in $52 for the cause, guys, to the channel. Thank you, Daryl. I cannot tell you how much that helps. Thank you again for your ongoing support. Thank you for backing me up and backing up the channel. Much of the revenue that we gain here on the channel doesn't go to me. I don't use it for my own survival and stuff. We actually do a lot of stuff here on the channel to try and help other people. So these funds, they actually go to making a difference in the world, which helps keep me helps keep me sober, helps keep me moving forward and feeling like I've made some difference. Being able to do it here in my present area, I wish that things were more successful. I wish that I could use stuff to like be able to just change the world, right? But in the struggle to try to is where I find the use, if that makes any sense. You know, thank you so much, Daryl. You're a rock and roll star, my friend. I'm gonna have to drop down and get current because y'all guys, your comments are way out in front of me. All these comments are from like 26 minutes ago. I'm gonna scroll down. There's one more friend. Daryl, hang on. I got you a like and a heart, didn't I? Yes. Okay. Darth Vader. Sometimes we need help, my brother. You got this. This world is a better place because you are interested. Watching, I thank Jesus for you. You, Matt, are an amazing thank you for the pick me up, Darth. Thank you, my friend. It's just I'm just moving forward. You know, I think that most of the time I'm a failure. I think I could do a lot better. I don't beat myself up about it, right? Embrace the good things that I've done and everything. You know, it's just things are really, really hard. And so like I try and have that understanding that everything can't just be totally fixed. You know what I mean? It's hard to translate. I am proud of the accomplishments and stuff, and yet at the same time I try and hold myself to a higher standard to try and achieve that higher standard. If I can achieve that, then I can be more productive. I can do better. You know, basically I turned around, and I think that's what I'm like thinking about a lot right now is I turned around and all of these years are gone. You know, throughout life, we think that there are so many things that are going to happen and like there's stuff that's guaranteed and stuff. And it wasn't for me. I turned around and all of my life was spent in addiction and in trying to please others and everything, you know, and yeah, so I guess that's just sign that, see, by doing this with y'all, it justifies the suffering. It justifies the loss, right? And so if I stop, and if I'm not doing this, if I'm not trying to help our people, not trying to move and make a difference every day, then it makes no sense. It was for nothing, right? And so I just keep trying to move forward, Darth. Thank you for being there, bro. Let me keep on scrolling, guys. I'm so sorry I can't answer everybody. I really, that's one thing I really feel bad about. Sean, thank you, Sean. Hoorah to you too, brother. Nerds, hey nerds, hold tight. I'm get you on the moderator real soon, okay? I've got to use my laptop, which means I got to get it connected to the internet and stuff. It's complicated. I have not forgot about you, okay? I promise. Just hold tight. I'm scrolling through. For some reason it went back on me. I know somebody else donated. Okay, here we go. Heather, thank you, Heather. Heart, a like. Heather dropped in $10, guys, for the mission. Says, I love you, Matt. You're a bright light in my life. I have struggled myself Well, Heather, I understand that. I understand that, my friend, and I'm glad that you're here. I think that life is a struggle. I think that there are some people, I won't say a lot, there are some people who don't have to fight the struggle. And I feel that their struggle is more internal, like people who have like money and resources and stuff like that. I know that they still struggle. I feel that their struggles are more internal, because a lot of us, our struggles are, how do I eat? How do I pay the bills? How do I not wind up on the street? Or how do I get off the street? How do I get off the dope? How do I forge a life that I want but have never had any experience with? There's so much struggle. There's so much difficulty. And Heather, I'm there with you. I suffered the struggle too, my friend. I think it makes us stronger. I think being like this helps. I think having people to talk to helps and stuff. I always tell people I'd rather not have the answer. I'd rather just talk to them, right, and hear myself talk and stuff, that they don't have to answer. They don't have to say anything back, But I think that that's what's important, is to be able to say, yeah, man, I struggle too. I thank you, Heather, and thank you for this. It's going to help. I promise it's going to go towards good things and trying to make things better out there, Keep on going, guys. Samuel Westall, I've been clean for 22 years and sober for 4. Nice job, Samuel. Hoorah. A lot of people who are clean and sober, I find it's kind of like that. We have more long-term clean time than we have sober time. I think that's because, like, looking at alcohol from the viewpoint of a drug, right? Because like in NA, they would say a drug is a drug is a drug, right? And looking at it that way, part of my theory on that is that alcohol is so much easier to get. It's legal, it's sold on almost every corner, at every gas station, etc., right? Which makes it easier to go get that. Whereas like if it's our substance or something, that has to be actively sought out. It has to be done in secret. It has to be done very carefully, right? There are all these different things that make it harder to do. I'm not saying this is your experience. I'm just saying that it's something that I think about a lot of times, because I do the same thing. You see, I'm clean like 9 years. If I wanted to say sober, legitimately, I would say 5, because I've held to the sober thought, right? I had a relapse last year, right? But it was one night, wasn't bad, and I got up and I kept moving forward from there, right? So like with long-term sobriety, I class it like a slip, right? And then like I said, I've gotten really, really close over the past few days. And I'm just not going to lie to you, right? I just want to tell you the truth about that, right? But I think that's the thing. I think that's the reason why, is it's a lot easier to get, if that makes any sense. Samuel? Joy saying hey to Alan. R. Brown to Heather. Trudy McKenzie. Okay, Matt, I got to go make supper. Feel better. And again, happy birthday, mate. Thanks, Trudy. You have a good day and enjoy that supper, my friend. Samuel, like and subscribe, brother. See you above. Right on, Samuel. All right, cool. I'm glad that you're here, bro. Appreciate you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to have to start getting out of here pretty soon. I got things to do today. I'm trying to get this next video uploaded. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Taylor White, you sharing your journey and seeing everyone in this chat you genuinely care about one another proves that there are still good people in this world. Taylor, that is what I say a lot of times, my friend. You're completely on the same page, I think. Because when I watch the news, when I hear people talk and stuff, right, I hear them argue, like in real life and stuff. I see all these political stickers stuck all over the place and all this junk. I just think that the world is crap, right, and everybody in it has turned to crap too, right? That's just where my brain goes, right? And then we do this, and I see y'all guys, and I see people from all over the world. Lots of people who are all very different. I'm talking different political views, different economical standings, different religions, like really different religions and stuff, right? And all of these people all get along with each other right here in this chat. People that, like, if you listen to the news and stuff, would not get along with each other, right? And this is my hope right here. It's like, I know two young girls who they're my hope for the future because the way they see things and the way they act and stuff. And I know that their generation is going to fix things, right? They're watching all of us F everything up, right? And they're taking notes of what they're going to do when it's their turn, right? And for me, that makes me feel a lot better about the future. This here makes me feel a lot better about the present because I know that there are a lot of us that aren't wrapped up in all of that and want things to just be okay. You know, what I think is interesting is how broken everything is now compared to 10 or 20 years ago, when what we're doing now is trying to fix what was wrong 10 or 20 years ago. So like if we went back to 10 or 20 years ago and did everything the same way, right, maybe cut out some of the racism and stuff, right, which we've made advances in and everything nowadays, but things would be so much better, right? All of the problems we have would not exist because we're trying to fix those problems, but we've made I don't know. It's complicated. I've got no idea, you know, but I do know that you're right. This here shows me that humanity is still here, you know? I wish that we could get stuff like this out to more of the mainstream press. It seems like that's all they want, really, you know. It's like, I think the mysterious them, whoever they are, want the strife, the fighting, etc. Otherwise, the main media sources could utilize platforms like this. And we're not the only one. I see others, you know, to grow unity and togetherness and try and fix stuff instead of just keeping the fight going, you know. Hey, Catfish, how you doing? She's talking to Daryl. Robert Blaskell. Hi, Robert. Sarah Guthmiller's in the house. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? Daryl says, I'm going to rest my account so I can send larger money. What? Okay, Daryl, okay. Thank you, my friend. Anything you send goes to the cause and is much appreciated. You don't have to worry about donating a lot. We got a lot of people here to throw in, and it all works out, my friend. Thank you so much for your intention and for your care. I thank you, and thank you for being here, Daryl. That's the main thing, you know? Okay, I gotta scroll through now, guys. Like I said, I gotta get out of here pretty soon. It's just so hot in here. I need to turn that air conditioner back on too. I want to get current. What's this? Oh, cool. Okay. I knew there was somebody else. Email account. Oh, it's email account. Cool name. Cool name, email. Let me like and a heart. Email says, Matt, my name is Tyson. I live in Utah. I grew up wild in a polygamist family, 52 brothers and sisters. Wow. You remind me of myself. Wish I could meet you. That's amazing, Tyson. Wow, that is such a huge family. And I can relate to how it is to grow up like in a different way and stuff, and, you know, like a different culture kind of and everything. It would be cool to meet you someday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your donation to the mission and to the cause. And I hope to hear more from you in the future. I love your name too. Email account. That rocks. Okay, guys, I'm scrolling through. Nerds, learn how to learn. Can you teach me some? Right, nerds? Yeah, I'm trying to, right? I don't know. I think so. The more we learn, honestly, the more that we learn, the easier it becomes. If we're fascinated in a subject, it's easier to learn it. And also, some people retain large amounts of what they hear the very first time. Those people have kind of trained their brains and stuff, because the more times we have a thought, the more times we use a part of our brain, that electricity carves deeper connections into the neural surface, making it easier for that information to travel back and forth to these memory circuits. So just learning in general will make it easier to learn. It's like lifting weights. I always try and remember that most humans only retain like 10 to 15% of a subject every time that they hear it. So that's the reason that me, when I'm learning something, I will listen to it repeat. I listen to audiobooks. I don't really like to read as much as I like to hear, but I'll do it repeatedly 4, 5, 8, 9 times. And each time I do, I don't even have to really be concentrating on how I'm learning it. It just starts to stick with that kind of repetition. Now, also, like college cramming, people that cram for a college course are saying that leaves the brain shortly after being used. So it's a good cheat code to pass a test, but it's a bad way to retain long-term information. So like not cramming and stuff is a really good technique, learning slowly, this kind of stuff. Also, all humans learn in different ways, many of them in very similar ways, though they're all different. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I've got on learning. That's like all I know. Get you a thumb up and a like, Walter. Thank you, Walter. Walter put in $10 for the cause, guys. Walter says, pardon me, hi, Matt from Key West, vacationing. I'm sorry. Hi, Matt from Key West, vacationing, says Walter. Hi, Walter. I hope you're having a lovely vacation. Thank you so much for what you've done for the channel and for myself. Yeah, I've never been to Key West. I'm gonna have to check that out one of these days. One of these days I'm gonna take a road trip, which is gonna be really fun, and go see different parts of the world. I've never done it on my own before, so it'll be nice being able to just do what I want, go where I want, all that stuff. One thing I do like about my life a lot that I've made for myself is that I don't really answer to anybody. I don't have to ask permission for anything. It is one thing that I really embrace about my life is like, I'm one of those guys, I tell people right now, I almost sound like a little stuffy about it, I guess. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, all the time, and I don't ask for permission. And that's what I'm going to do on my road trip. I'm just going to go wherever the wind blows me, and that's going to be a lot of fun one of these days. Yeah. Thanks, Walter. Yes, give me 1 second. Who is it? Oh, cool. Yep. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, hang on. Skate Girl just got here